Caleb Williams is one of the big winners of this offseason with the way Chicago has built its offensive line. And again, they deem it a potentially, I'm glad they're saying that, elite offensive line. This is from PFF. They were tasked with writing one nice thing about every team in the NFL through this point of the offseason, really through that main first wave of free agency, okay? Here's what they write about the Chicago Bears. A potentially elite offensive line. Oh, boy, here we go. Here we go.
Potentially elite offensive line.
Potentially elite. I feel like a lot of this was happening last year as I played the game with everybody about a week ago after the free agency started and went back and just clipped all the positive things and all the A-pluses that the Bears got for the 2024 offseason. And that led to 5 whopping wins. But here we go. Potentially elite offensive line. The story of the Bears offseason is the rebuilding of their interior O-line. First came the trade for Jonah Jackson, who has several years of experience playing in Ben Johnson's offense. Then they shipped a 26th draft pick to Kansas City for Joe Thuney, who owns the highest PFF pass blocking grade of any guard since 2021. Lastly, they signed Falcons center Drew Dahlman, who should be a seamless fit in Johnson's outside zone run scheme. Caleb Williams is one of the big winners of this offseason with the way Chicago has built its offensive line. And again, they deem it a potentially, I'm glad they're saying that, elite offensive line. And they also said the best move the Bears made was the signing of Drew Dahlman, the subsequent contract that they gave him. That's the best move they've made so far of the offseason.
Yeah, I would concur.
You think so?
Yeah.
When are we going to find out? Have we heard anything about Thuney yet? I haven't missed that.
Contract extension?
Yeah. Nothing going on there, right?
They extended one of the guys in the middle.
They extended
the kid from L.A. that is familiar with the head coach. I think that's who they extended. I thought they created $5.8 million.
It was Jonah. It was Jonah Jackson.
They created $5.8 million.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yes. Now, he had no guarantees for next year. So I think
Well, whatever they did, they did.
Yes.
You know, created. They're going to do it. They're going to create room.
Yes.
That's what they want to do.
I'm surprised nothing on Thuney.
Well, you'll find out. I mean, what's the hurry? What do you got, a date? I mean, what's going on? There's no hurry.
Okay.
They could look at it. They can assess it. They can figure it out. If they need to, then they can.
Want him, right? They do want to keep him, right?
I would assume they do. So. How many years are left on that contract?
1.
Yeah.
We asked him when he was on with us. You were gone last week.
Yeah, what did he say?
You know, he danced around it. He's a seasoned pro. He knows, he knows
how to do it. He knows how to play the game.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we joked with him then as we said goodbye. We're like, hey, you want to sign that new deal anytime, sign it. We'd like for you to finish here in Chicago. He laughed,
There's a giggle and a chuckle.
He was a good interview. He was very good. Very engaged, willing participant. He was very good.
Well, that's what you like.
Yeah, no, he was good.
Is he going to be a podcaster? Going to have a podcast for himself?
Yerk, I don't think so, man. He doesn't seem like the podcast type.
Yeah,
he hasn't hung out with Taylor,
Thank heavens.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of podcasting going on next year. I think,
well, let's hope not.
Like Adam said, Ben Johnson just come in and tell him the all can't do it anymore. Yeah. I don't think there's going to be a lot of podcasting.
Well, he might strongly discourage it, but there's really nothing that he can do if they're doing it on their own time.
I do wonder if some of the new guard might come in here and be like,
they do lecture everybody about how you want to prepare for after football. Well, if they say, well, I'm preparing for after football, how do you deny them that?
That's funny.
There you go.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the latest mock draft from the Ringer, Yerk. This is post-free agency. Here we go. Number 1, Tennessee. Staying there, taking the quarterback, Cam Ward. Number 2, I haven't seen this yet. The Cleveland Browns select Will Campbell. They're right. We all know the quarterback situation's a mess. The offensive line is an issue as well. The group has quietly regressed the past couple of seasons. The Browns head into 25 with 3 starters on the wrong side of 30 and a massive hole at left tackle. So they've got Will Campbell going 2. I feel like I haven't seen that a lot. Travis Hunter goes 3 to the Giants. There's no run on quarterbacks yet in this one.
No, not right now.
Abdul Carter falls to 4, and I think the Patriots might be happy with that.
They would be joyous.
I would think Mike Vrabel would be happy with that. Abdul Carter goes 4 to the Patriots. Mason Graham goes 5 to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
D lineman.
Tedoroa McMillan, T-Mac, goes 6th to the Raiders after getting their quarterback. pair him with what they hope to be a stud wide receiver. Certainly a big, massive physical force. Armand Membo goes 7 to the Jets. Mike Green, the pass rusher out of Marshall, who just terrorized that conference this year. Now, you wonder about the quality competition, but, like, at least he has the stats to back it up. Like, he absolutely terrorized.
Right. Marshall is a Division I program, though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
They used to be 1AA when I was in school.
No, you're right. He terrorized that conference.
Irk Russell used to be the coach
Russell,
down there.
Marshall, out of Marshall, Mike Green goes 8 to the Panthers. Boy, and they've already added a lot on their defense. So it'd be, I could see them kind of like beefing up even more.
Okay.
Will Johnson goes 9, the corner from Michigan, to the Saints. And the Bears then take Shamar Stewart, the edge rusher that we've talked a lot about out of Texas A&M.
The one without the stats.
Yeah, the one without the stats. His stock is really rising because of his athleticism. The Ringer writes this: Shamar Stewart is the type of edge rusher who is a perfect match for D.C. Dennis Allen's scheme. Stewart is more than a pure pass rusher and has proven his production in the run game using a quick first step and length to be a disruptor in the backfield. He's a high motor player. There are several clips. I like this. You always say, watch the tape. There are several clips of him chasing players far out of what should be in range of pursuit for most defensive linemen. With Montez Sweat already on the roster and a dependable pass rusher, as a dependable pass rusher, Stewart can refine his power rushing moves to better control the pocket and rack up pressures. If he can develop any finesse moves, his ceiling rises exponentially. That's what they write about Shamar Stewart. So at least they're giving you a little something. Hey, this is what pops on tape.
But they're also telling you he's not a finished product.
They are.
He is not a finished product.
Sounds like he doesn't have a compliment maybe right now to some of the pass rush moves, right?
Well, I mean, he's a speed guy. You see him getting after the quarterback. He can come off the edge. I think they were run-conscious heavy there.
Yeah.
And I think with situational down in distances, you've got to learn when to turn it on. You've got to learn to say, hey, I'm rushing the passer, and I'm going to play the run second. Rush the passer. When I see or hear a draw, then I'll play the draw. But my second and 8 is not a rundown. Second and 8.
Second and 8 is not
in
a
the
rundown.
NFL is a passing down.
That's a passing down.
3rd and 6 is a passing down. 3rd and 4 plus really is a passing down. So you get 2nd and 7 plus, 3rd and 4 plus. Those are passing downs. Pin your ears back. Let's go get the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Play the pass. React to the run.
I won't be overly critical of anything they do with that pick if they go offensive or defensive line. I mean, I like, far be it for me to say who is the best. I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional scout. That's their job, is to find the best guy. I just think it would make a lot of football sense from where they are organizationally to address one of those two positions. And I'm sorry, I'm just never going to be talked into a running back. I'm just not. If it happens, it happens. I won't agree with it. That's fine.
I think if you want a running back, you can wait to the 2nd round.
That's what I would think.
Or the 72nd pick. If you're hankering for a running back, I think they'll be available there.
I'm very much starting to think it is
you
certainly
didn't say
in
the
play,
name
though.
Ashton Genty.
No, I know, but
well, how much further does he go down there?
In this one?
Yeah.
I very much think he's in play for the Bears. I do. I think there's too much. Adam Johns wrote about it yesterday. Sylvie has said it. And now they could be leaking a lot of misinformation, but I think he's very much in play. And if that happens, okay. I mean, it happens. I won't agree with it. I don't think you'll agree with it. I don't think Bleck and Abdallah will agree with it.
I won't.
I don't think Sylvie and Waddle will agree with it. That's what they do. That's what they do. I wouldn't do it. And I think your priority should still be your O-line or your D-line. They've got Ashton Genty going 20th. So, I mean, I've seen anywhere from he's off the board at 6 to off at 20 or 21. So,
Yeah.
This mock has Shedeur Sanders going 21st to Colorado. I don't think Shedeur Sanders is going
to Colorado.
Not to Colorado, to Pittsburgh. Excuse me.
Okay, thank you.
To Colorado.
That makes a little more sense.
Don't you know the Buffaloes are joining the NFL next year? Dion has successfully lobbied to get them in the NFL. You didn't know that?
I did not.
He's staying at Colorado. No, excuse me. Yes, he's going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So there's your latest mock.
Yeah.
From the Ringer. And these continue to evolve.
They don't get in the 2nd round then?
You know, I didn't even
Or
look.
they
here,
just
to
stop
be
at the
honest.
first.
I think
You
this
know,
was just a first
with
round
those
mock.
picks at 39.
Yeah,
and
this was
41,
just a first
Yeah,
round
they're
mock.
so close.